Good morning from the Flying Can Ranch in Athens, Texas. And to everybody, I wish you a very Merry Christmas. And I want everybody to have a safe and wonderful holiday. So, yeah, I'm out here in the workshop. I was actually going to do this yesterday, but we had a rainstorm move in, and I ended up having to do a call out, and it did rain pretty bad. So, hope everybody's doing well. But what do I have for us today is, and yes, I had heard of these. I've seen them before, unlike the Uzi configuration, which, by the way, I got it working. I don't know what happened, but now the trigger's working again. So, needless to say, is this guy right here. And we're going to look at it up and down this way. And there's a few things I need to explain about it. We're going to turn it around. And we'll go back down it this way, kind of slow. We'll get around here. You can see the top, the bottom, and of course, me. Anyway, so what do we have? There's a little history that goes with this one too. Let me put on my glacials. This is the Crossman MK-177 Pellet BB rifle. And this is also, I saw a review one time where this is called a Bushmaster ACR, but it was the same thing. So as far as I can figure out, I forgot to look up the actual dates of manufacture. I forgot to put this on her because it's no longer made. And I'll explain why in a little bit, but this is a 177 caliber pellet and or BB. We'll be using pellets only because this does have a rifle barrel and the BBs will affect that. As far as I can figure out, this is supposed to knock out about, depending on what you're putting in it, right around 800 feet per second is what it said on the box. The overall length is 33 inches. And I kind of measured out, I think the barrel's about 16 3/4, and it weighs right around 3.50 pounds. Now, we'll go over it, and then we'll go over a little history thing. We'll show you a few things. First off, this butt plate, which is sort of related to this Weaver type rail. This originally is supposed to have some sights to it, and this one did not come with the sights, and I put this scope on it. This thing is kind of a binger booger to get off, but I'm going to try it. There we go. It's designed to put your, let me extract something here real quick. It's really designed to hold 4 of these magazines. Now this particular magazine is designed to hold 4 pellets. And then the center one you're supposed to line in case you want to run BBs, which to me was kind of silly because you could have done it with any of them if it was empty. But we'll lay it down there. So you have a slot here to put, I'm not really looking at it. There we go. You got slots that you can slide 4 of those in there so you can carry that with you. Also in there is there's a little round piece. There's supposed to be a tool in there. And it was a dual purpose tool that on one end you could adjust the rear sight, and the other end you could raise and lower the front sights. Again, I did not get the sights with the gun. So I just, if I got that the right direction, I think so. We're going to try to pop this back on here very quickly. I had a little problem getting it off, and I'm going to have a problem getting it. Yep, there it went. Almost. Oh, you're going to play that game, huh? I'll show you. There it went. Okay. So that being said, it's got a, that is rubbery. It's got a good texture to it. Now, this is a plastic. Everything on this thing is plastic. But it seems like a pretty durable plastic. So, if we go down this side, We have a cocking lever here, and then you'll also see a selector, but that selector doesn't do anything. The safety is actually a cross bolt safety, and it's right up here by the trigger guard, if I remember right. Again, I'm going to need my glasses. It's been a little bit of a distorted morning, a lot of things going on. Yeah, you can click it, it's a very positive click, and you can click it back, I think. Yeah, it lights up a little red when it's in the, oops, I don't think you can see that, when it's in the fire position. So if you push it to your left, it'll turn red, push it right, and you're in safe mode. There's some texturing around the grip right here, and a little bit more of that right up here. As we move down the line, I actually put that scope on her. It's like a cheapy scope I got with a package deal. I like the fact that it's got a little weaver rail here that you could probably mount a laser or something on, instead of on the pump where it's going to be in the way. You got rails here on the side on each side, as you can see, that you could put a bipod on and such as that. The magazine is molded right into everything else, so it does not come out. It is strictly for looks. And then you can grab it right up here and start pumping it. And this one here is holding air quite well. This is a very, very good condition. Very, very good deal. I have something else on review, but there's going to be some work done to that, or going to have. But anyway, we'll get to that later. So you have this, and I might have. I don't know yet. Let me see. Let me set this over here for just a second. I have some things over here that might work. Might work. Okay, yeah, I got some right here. These will be good for demonstration purposes. So, somewhere in my house, I've got a bunch of these. So, in this case, there's a little cook part right here where that you're supposed to shoot the BB only. But this is where you put the pellet sort of nose down into the mag, like so, and nose down like so, and nose down like so. So now it looks like that, and it will look like that. And then if you have the bolt back, there's a little ridge on the top of this. We'll pull that back. That little ridge goes to the upper area. Let me get where you see it, where it'll slide in like so. That's under your eyes. And you just slide it in until it kind of makes that first. Some of it's a little hard to find. I don't think I'm on it yet. There it went. And now the pellet is in the barrel. And then you can just, they say pump this 3 to 10 times. No more than 10. I'll just give it a quick run here. Step over here. I doubt you can see me on the camera. Yeah, maybe you can. And put it up here, and there you go. Then all you have to do after that, one guy said it's kind of cumbersome, but you got to pull your bolt back on this side and then push it through to the next one and push it forward. It's that simple. These are very common and they're very interchangeable amongst several models. So This is also called, like I said, a Bushman ACR. And the fact was, is Crossman, oh, I forgot to mention, you've got a little cut right here and another cut right here you can hang a sling from. But Crossman had been involved back, I believe these came out, I think in the 80s. It was called a Bushmaster. And they were trying to push it out there as a military gun. The original ones had a folding stock on it and were very portable. Problem was this Bushmaster kind of went bankrupt, and I forgot who it was that bought them out. So once Bushmaster went bankrupt and they went away, well, Crossman didn't really see a need to distribute this anymore, because since the Bushmaster was gone, well, why make the pellet gun a Bushmaster? Now, the funny thing is, it was regarded as a military type weapon, just like the ones that look like an M16. You know, you've got, I've got one of the old original ones, and then you've got the, what is it? Oh, I can't remember what it's called now. That little pump up that looks like the M16. But the Uzi was, the, what was it, the MK-177, the Uzi one. I guess that was too associated with certain world affairs. So Crossman decided to pull it, whereas this one was the Survivor. So, but this is all plastic, and you do have a steel barrel. Supposed to have that little ribbed area there, like you could strike someone with and twist it or something, and you can put the bipod on it. And again, this is a very good example of this, because this was used. It did not come with a box. I didn't get the instruction manual. I didn't get the sights with it and the tool, but I'm very happy with what I did get. I'd like to find one of these that's complete with everything, that's got the tool and everything, but we'll wait and see. But again, the trigger guard is all molded in. I'm going to have to agree with one guy. All this really is a Crossman 760 in a different body. Again, a very common thing that takes place. It's just a repackaging. But I'm sure if you got and took it all apart, this would look a lot like the 760 Crossman. I'll guarantee it. But hey, it saved Crossman money and gave us something cool to play with. So its shoulder's good. Now this cheek riser does not go up or down. On the original actual gun it did, but not on this. Now I'm going to admit to you, I never did fire an original Bushmaster, but I have seen them. They used to sell them in gun stores. I think they had them in a 308 and maybe a 762, which really is kind of the same thing. And possibly, I say possibly because I don't know this to be a fact, maybe 223. And they were trying to sell that, and it just didn't go over. So, but I think it kind of reminds me in a funny way of the, I don't remember the exact model, but it really looks a lot like the H&K assault rifles in some ways. And they may have had, I don't know that to be a fact, some influence on that. But again, it shoulders well, and I got it lined up where I can get my eye right up to the scope. And it's just fun to shoot. Now, it might tell you on the box that it's, a hunting type gun. I personally have said this before, I'll say it again. I wouldn't really hunt. I don't hunt, but if I did, I'm not too sure I would use a 177. I want something that's going to definitely dispatch, and if you're going to hit it, the animal doesn't suffer. That's just my feeling. Again, I don't hunt anymore, so I'm having a spiritual experience. At any rate, but there you go. So, before I forget it, there is a reservoir on this side where you can open this little thing and you can dump about 300 BBs in it. Then you make sure that's closed. And there's a switch here that you can snap open, and you take the gun and turn it upside down and shake it. And there's little cutout window right here where you can see where the BBs go down. Now, I've been told you really don't need to have the mag in it because the end of this rod has a magnet on it. It'll just catch the BB and feed it right in the barrel. Mag or no mag. So, I think it's odd that a lot of, I know they did this for the excitement that you could use one or the other, because of course BBs are a lot cheaper than a lot of the pellets. But again, this having a rifle barrel, I'm not, when I do the shooter review, I'm not going to, I say that for a reason, I'm not going to run any BBs through it because I want to try to save that. So again, you've got another notch down here and a notch up here and a place up here for your, you want to put a carry strap on it. Very light. I had a lot of fun with this yesterday. Now, some will argue that pump it up, shoot. And then the next, load the next one and pump it up, shoot. But us old guys call these pumpers or pneumatic air guns. But they have a special place for me and my memories because I went through a potload of them back in the day. I still wish I had a few of them. I don't know if I traded them, removed, lost them, or they just quit working. Don't know, but this is a very good specimen and a little bit of history into the Crossman line of air guns. But I've never really got a problem with, I mean, some people don't have the same grip strength I do or things like that, or like other people, and they can be an inconvenience, or if you got arthritis or anything like that. And I've got a friend of mine he's a pretty good air gun enthusiast, but he's starting to get a little bit of arthritis in his hands, and he still gets his pumpers out, but he said he just doesn't do it as long as he used to. I think they're giving him some injections here shortly, or he may have already got them to help him out with his problem. But either here nor there, there you go. The Crossman MK-177 Pellet BB rifle. So I'm going to look around because I have some more of these mags. I want to load up about 3 of them at the most, maybe 4. And we're going to go down the range and set up some stuff and do a shooting review. So, but I wanted to share that with you. And I'm sure if you bought the one that looked like an AK-47, same thing, same internals. I know they made them for a while. I meant to grab one back in the day and I never did. I don't remember if they're still out there or not. I'll have to look into that someday. But, and we'll go from there. So I'll put a shooting review together. We'll get this one rolling. And again, I want to wish everybody a very, Merry Christmas. I want you all to be very safe out there and enjoy yourselves and have some time with your family. And gee, just right around the corner is the new year. So that's how we do it at the Flying Ranch, and we will see you in just a little bit.